All right, let me know when to start.
Okay, give me a second, okay?
All right.
Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello everyone. So today's meeting will be led by Dr. Khalid. Khalid, when you are ready, you can start
Yes.
the meeting agenda.
Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome all to our meeting for today. Our agenda mainly is a SOAP, and Mulhim will take us through SOAP step by step and the schedule and what we need to do and what to expect and how to approach the programs and how to look for them. And also, if any of you in the agenda, we ask if someone have any idea about the family medicine programs list. Also, welcome to share it with fellows. And this is our agenda for today. And we are sorry we canceled the critical appraisal because also we plan to have a small meeting after our main meeting with Dr. Nadir to discuss the abstracts, posters for the AGS. Thank you. Mulham, you can start.
Thank you, Khalid, for the great introduction. So the SOAP is in 2 days from now. Hopefully we will hear great news. Hopefully we don't need that. But in a situation where we need the SOAP, we need to be ready. So that's the plan of today. So first, let's start with the objectives. So we have 4 main points here today. First, knowing the schedule. So the details is important, allows us to prepare ahead. The second point is the strategy and tips. Third, it's the updates we have seen the last week. We had multiple of emails from ERAS. I mentioned the most important points about them. Fourth, internal medicine. Actually, it's internal medicine, and I just updated family medicine programs, which are the new programs. So let's see. So this is the same thing we discussed a couple of weeks ago, which is what is the SOAP and what it aims for. So it's for people who didn't match and they're either eligible for the matching process, that is they're unmatched or partial matched. So we discussed what is a partially unmatched, which is somebody who's having, let's say, a mix of prelim and or they applied for anesthesia, for example. So they get the first part, which is the prelim, and they didn't get the second part. So, or having the last part and they didn't get the prelim. So they need that as well. But most IMGs don't apply to such residencies. All right. How does the SOAP work? It's mostly based on the R3 system, which is based on the website NRMP. We all pay the fee, we all are eligible, and we applied there. If we haven't applied there, this is a good time also to understand the process so that we are ready when we apply. Then here it just mentions if I accept a position during SOAP, is it binding? Yeah, it is literally the same as the match itself or the process because it's in between until the end of the week. And I'll mention some points about seeing or able to see the programs and how many positions we can see at that point if we had that opportunity. Now, this is an important schedule point. Now, this was sent to us. Some would recall that. It was in one of the emails. And this shows everything in a summarized way. We should know it very well. So the first point here, it is Monday. From 8:30 to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, MyERAS is closed. What is MyERAS? So we have 2 websites which we focus on, MyERAS and NRMPs. MyERAS is the one we have applied our applications. We did everything there. It will be completely closed from 8:30 to 12. This is a time when they would maintain everything. The ones who match, they won't be able to access it after 12 p.m. The ones who didn't match, unfortunately, they would have to enter the website and start the process. So exactly at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday, March 15th, that's when the website will open. And we have 3 hours from 12 to 3 to prepare everything. So it's a very minimal time. This is why last week and even today and tomorrow, it's very critical in terms of knowing the process and knowing what to do, because all 3 hours to see everything, see the websites, see the programs, and know what programs are you going to apply to, which is a very minimal amount of time to do that. So we'll try to get our best and see what we can do if we need that. Then they mention here at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, SOAP begins with the list of unfilled programs available in the NRMP R3 system. What is that? So once again, we have two websites, right? MyERAS and NRMP. So in NRMP website, that's where we get the list of the programs. So it will be mentioned the internal medicine, family medicine, surgery, and every program. So we can see the programs and search their websites and see if we qualify. And then we would apply to them in MyERAS. So you shift from here and there until you fix. Now, our goal is to know the programs ahead. Now, that's a difficult thing, but we'll try our best. I'll mention at the end some of the programs, and hopefully I'll try today up to tomorrow to search even more programs to, and I will send it back, those programs, which will help, because if you know the programs already ahead, then you can search them right now, today and tomorrow, and you'll be able to choose them when you find them if they are in the SOAP. So that's the strategy. Now, 12 p.m. Eastern, we just discussed that. That's when it starts, up to 3. Now, from that time, from 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday, March 15, up to the March 17th, Wednesday, that's where interviews will be conducted. So basically 3 p.m., that's when programs are going to see our applications during the SOAP. So everyone will be waiting for that interviews. It will be a quick interview, probably by phones. Every year it was being by phone. Maybe some would have Zoom calls, sure. But most importantly, we should be ready for that time. It can be at any time, the phone call. It can be by a resident, chief resident, or any in the team or the committee of residency or the match committee in the program. Now, we have different rounds. This year it's an exception. There's 4 rounds, anticipating that there's more programs in the SOAP. So that is good news. And we'll know that immediately from the start, because when we enter the NRMP website, the number of programs or spots unfilled will be mentioned. If it is beyond 2,200, for example, it means definitely that there is increase. Every year it was 2,000 or approximately 2,000 spots altogether. So let's see in the next couple of days how it goes. So first year they say at Wednesday, March 17th, 12 to 2 p.m., that's round 1. What is round 1? Here it explains very clearly that SOAP positions are offered and accepted through the NRMP R3 system. So the website we just discussed, right? That's the website which actually we need to recall this. This website is the website we know right now. If we enter it, we know that we are eligible and verified. And at 11 p.m., 2 days from now, we would know if we match or not, even in that website, as well email. So there's 2 ways to identify if we match or not, which is at 11 p.m. and as well as we are eligible for the SOAP. Okay, that being said, round 1 is here. This is when programs will not communicate with us. They are not allowed between 12 to 2 p.m. And if somebody had an interview before this time, they would have their offer, which is in the NRMP. We would have the name of the program, and we would have to say yes or no, or accept, decline. If you accept, that's it. It's binding. We are stopped here. We know we match to certain program A, and that's it. If we have 3 interviews and 2 programs provide us 2 positions, we will see their names and then we choose. So it's kind of like a pre-match, actually, here at this level during the match week. If we know we did an interview, we will have the names, we would choose one, and that's it. And by the end of the week, you already can be glad that you're done, you know the program, and that's it. It will be confirmed at the end of the week. So that's 12 to 2 p.m., first round. Second round, it's 1 hour after, 3 to 5. So you can say, why is it real quick? So basically the idea here is, it is to give time for the programs and candidates to see the programs which are unfilled and apply again. But mostly it's interviews conducted before 12 p.m. So they just see who's remaining the programs will see who's remaining from the candidates, who they did the interviews or conducted the interviews with, and they'll start providing the offers from 3 to 5 p.m. Then they will start conducting the interviews after 5 p.m. up to the day after, which is, yeah, not a big amount of time, but still some interviews are conducted every year between second round and third round. Once again, every year it stops there at round 3, but this year there's round 4. Okay, then Thursday, March 18, from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, that's the round 3. Some interviews can be conducted early morning. 1 or 2 will be mentioned. I have seen that in the last year. Some had that interviews, and some got the offer. Now, one point to be recalled here is that every position, they conduct about 5 to 10 interviews. That's something I have read somewhere between program directors. They prefer to make sure they definitely match during the SOAP. They don't want to be unfilled beyond that. So that's why they have 5 to 10. So for example, if we have 10 positions in a program, they'll definitely have at least 50 to 100 interviews in just a couple of hours. That's a lot, which results in having multiple of the committee, residents, chief residents, staff, faculty, wherever they can, to be involved in this process. So there's a lot of interviews, and there's many candidates who will be interviewed during this process of the SOAP. Following 2 p.m., that's round 4, everything will be stopped. So everything is done. Everyone knows who got the offer. Now 3 p.m. Eastern Time, that the SOAP ends with the release of the final list of unfilled programs in the NRMPR 3 system. And that's, we can see the remaining programs, the positions, and that's when we can apply to the unfilled programs, sending emails with IRAS or to the program director, to everyone we can do that. Now, one important point, we cannot send to any emails to programs during this phase from the start of March or March 15, Monday, up to 3 p.m. or before 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern Time of March 18. Following that, we can do that easily to everyone, the program coordinator as well as the program directors and the residents as well. Here we can see it is just a repetition of that, what we just said, but in more detail. The most important slide here is March 19, which shows match day at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully we all have great news by then or earlier. Now, SOAP strategy. The first and the most important is do not contact programs during the SOAP week. That's the goal. The second point is to apply to 45 programs. We have 45 programs to apply to, which is a good number. So we need to know what programs we're going to apply to. Is it internal medicine? Is it family medicine? Is it both? And the majority of IMGs apply to both, a mix. They would say 20, 25, something in that sense. So we need to prepare the strategy right now. Or prelim surgery, or prelim medicine, or a mix between those as well. And prelim surgery requires somebody who has some surgical involvement, usually. So higher the chance, because there's a lot of positions left even beyond or remains unfilled after the match. So it's easier to get into prelim surgery than prelim medicine, but there needs to be some expertise in surgery before. Now, the last point here is choosing programs based on, which is we need to make sure in the 3 hours that we have between 12 to 3 p.m., we choose a program based on, similar to the match earlier in the last couple of months when we prepared during the match or the residency application, we will do the same here. We will need to base it on the location is the most important factor because we prefer somebody in the location there. In comparison, number 2, number of IMGs, residents. That's if it is not a new program, because if a new program, we can't really know the residents. There's no, you'll probably be the first if you are chosen there. Third, familiar program. If you know somebody there, if you know somebody like a faculty or somebody else, resident, then you can apply, and then you can formulate that bond during the interviews. Yeah, here we have important points. So first, this many would mention, which is SOAP is difficult, and they would stop there. No, we shouldn't stop there. It's important to recall SOAP is difficult, but it's possible. Numbers shows that there's a good number got matched by SOAP. Even though the number is not that big, but still there's a number. And this year is expected to be bigger because the whole total number of positions will be higher. That's unfilled positions or spots. So that's something we need to really consider and take it into consideration. Second point, plan your SOAP days. So everything should be ready. You never know that you will have an interview or not. So you need to make sure it might be a phone call, it might be an actual video call, Zoom, Skype, or whatever. You need to make sure your clothes is ready, close to you. Second of all, CB of ERAS, close to you so that you can recall it real quick. Phone, fully charged, internet connection is very well, and check the emails regularly. These things should be done during this week as well. Then the last point is you need to recall phone can ring anytime during the SOAP week, even 5 or 6 a.m. I have read some, they mentioned they had the program director call them at 5 or 6 a.m. They were not really, they want to answer the phone at 5, but they know this is a SOAP week. They respond, they were surprised that the program director is saying, I will have an interview with you at 9 a.m. today. Are you interested? They said, yeah, I'm interested. They had the interview and they matched. So anything can happen. We need to be ready. Anything can happen. We should be fully ready for this crazy week. We have done many things before. Now this is time to be very focused and clear-minded. That is very important, clear-minded. So everything should be prepared today to tomorrow. Relax yourself because it will be a high, intense week. Most interviews are conducted by phone. Yeah, we discussed this. Skype or phone calls. Usual interviews conducted with the program director plus or minus chief resident. Then, or maybe other faculty as well. Then here, this is the update we had a couple of days ago, which is from the NRMP or ERAS, which is said no email to mention eligibility for SOAP. Every year we had that email or to the candidates where they would say you are SOAP eligible, regardless of the SOAP or regardless of the matching, which was every Friday, which is yesterday, but we didn't have that message. So this year is an exception. They said we want to do that because it's causing confusion. So we will just have one email which mentioned that if you matched, then they would say somewhere at the end or in the message that you are SOAP ineligible or not allowed to enter the SOAP. And for the ones who are unmatched, they say you are eligible for SOAP. So it's one email at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday. All right, so here is the second email which we had, I think yesterday or Thursday. This email, just the main points which they said. How do I prepare for the SOAP in the ERAS? First, they said log into your My ERAS. Second point, certify and submit your My ERAS if you have not already done so during this ERAS 2021 regular season. We did that, so that's just they said it in case. Update your personal information in My ERAS as needed and add your NRMP ID if you have not already. And probably we have done that. And this is the thing which is important. If up to this point we have not the third, but the fourth point is very important, which is the personal statement. Now, letter of recommendations, it's right now, if we have, let's do that, get the ready, paper ready. I think it will be, it will take at least 2 to 3 days at this moment. But the most important thing is we can do here, updating the personal statement. Today to tomorrow, think about each personal statement we can do separate for internal medicine, family medicine, prelim surgery, as much as we can. Everything we can apply to it can be very personalized. So that's something we can prepare, and it will be helpful if the program C, we never know. So we need to be ready just in case. Yeah, this is something I just said, or I have placed here is a screenshot of my NRMP. Now, as you can see, we discussed this before that it will be green thing, but it's better to see to understand what is going on. So this is the website. This website is the nrmp.org and Oracle as the R3 system. So on 2 days from now, hopefully I'll hear good news and everyone will hear good news as well. But here also we can be knowing that if you are SOAP eligible or not. So as you can see, the green things, it shows that I am SOAP eligible, and every one of us can confirm that by seeing the verification status. It says verified and application status certified. That's it. So I can apply for a SOAP or eligible for it, and everyone can confirm that. And paid is for the fees. I paid the fees for the NRMP. So those are the main point here. But also the reason why I went here to share this part. So as you can see, going back, there is an I. And the next point here, the I is important because it has multiple videos, which are from the official website NRMP. Many don't know that. Today to tomorrow, make sure you watch the 3 videos here, which says SOAP for applicant videos, SOAP view and respond to offers, SOAP viewing unfilled programs. This will simplify the process and how to manipulate the websites during the match or during the SOAP week. So it will give you the exact details, how to move, and what is the image for the acceptance and declining the offers and all the points we need. So try to today or tomorrow, watch the videos and be ready for that part. Yeah, this is the newly accredited programs, and every year the highly most anticipated or expected programs to enter into the SOAP are the newly accredited programs. That's something that have been occurring in the last couple of years. I have watched mostly about 70 to 90% of the programs enter into SOAP. So that being said, that's why I have mentioned all the programs here. This is a list of them in internal medicine. So you can have them, review them right now from today to tomorrow, and see if they are most probably IMG friendly, their locations, and if you want to apply to them during the SOAP. So this is one of them. And this is the remaining list. So it's 19 programs in internal medicine. And in family medicine for this year, it's 10 programs. Okay, so altogether we have here about 29 programs mixed between internal medicine and family medicine, which are newly accredited, and the high probability is that most of those programs will enter into SOAP. So we can anticipate them, we prepare for them, and I'll try today to prepare the remaining programs. I wasn't able to check the programs from the other website, which I did share the link in the WhatsApp group, but I'll be sharing today. I'll be reviewing, hopefully today, tomorrow, I'll be sending the email as well as in WhatsApp, the points or the programs, which I would think it will be probably somewhere between 50 to 100 programs in internal medicine. Because it takes some time, I wasn't able to do it during the week, but today to tomorrow, I'll be able to hopefully finish that part, and then you will be able to do the part. But how I do it, so probably somebody maybe even faster than me can do it and help everyone, or even go for the family medicine. So what I do is, first, the link that I share in the WhatsApp, it's from the official website to programs who are having their lists, like or the whole list of programs based on the states. So you find in every state the programs, probably altogether you'll find all the programs in every year. And it has for the last, I think, 6 years, and you can compare every year accordingly, and you will find that some programs remains unfilled or unmatched, and that's how you know that they're entering the SOAP, a high probability entering the SOAP, and that's how I would just see the recurrence or repetition in that part, which is for 2 years, 3 years. Then I would know that most probably the majority don't prefer, or the applicants don't prefer that programs, and that's most probably that program gonna be entering into SOAP as well. So by that I will have the list. So that's what I do. I think it's a very easy process. You can do it today as well, but it will take just focus for 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, to finish the whole internal medicine parts or family medicine. Yeah, and everyone, I really think we need just to make sure we support one another, help one another. It'll be a tough week, but we did well. We did our very best, and hopefully it will be enjoyable week as much as it's tough. And good luck. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mulhim, for this comprehensive and great presentations. Anyone have any question to Mulhim about the SOAP or any point you want to add or share with us? Please feel free to ask Mulhim or to comment if you have any comment. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Do you hear me, guys?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mulham, for the presentation. It's very useful. I do have a question regarding application. Are we allowed to update it? Is it going to be open for the whole application to be updated, or only the information part?
Okay, thank you, Lawal, for the question. Yeah, and I think the application will be only fixed based on personal statement and letter of recommendation. That's something we can update right now as well as during the SOAP. But if we certify the application, they were not allowed to do any more updates on it. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck, everyone. I hope that we don't need it.
I hope.
So maybe a suggestion, if you want to add, if you didn't add it in the CV or the resume, the abstract that we are submitted and accepted, maybe in your personal statement that you focus on, I did this at MSU and with the effort of the team, we submitted so and whatever. I think that might grab some attention, especially if you mention COVID. Good luck. That's a great one, Mulham. Thank you for your information. As I said, hopefully we don't need it, but it's a plan B.
Okay, thank you, Mulhim. Thank you, Rubaba and Dr. Nadir. Anyone else has any suggestions or any comments about the SOAP or? If no questions, we apologize today for not conducting critical appraisal because we decided to have a small meeting to discuss the abstract for the AGS presentations and to everyone to know what task and which section we need to work on to prepare and to submit our posters. Dr. Nadir, you are mute.
Sorry, is this for the whole abstracts, the 4 abstracts, or for only one abstract team, the discussion?
I think Mulhim suggested during the last meeting for the 4 abstracts.
Okay. Sounds good. So anyone Does anyone have any questions for me? Because you can continue with this platform, the meeting, and I'll just sign out. And when you're done, you can sign out, everyone.
I don't have a question, but a debrief from the presentation on the 10th. Marwa and I, we did the presentation during AMDA conference.
Yes.
Just want to share the experience, like maybe less than our expectation, I think, because it's virtual. So basically you will be waiting in a room and for guests to pop into your room, and then you present and answer their questions. I think because they added the time for the poster presentation before the actual conference starts. We had, myself, I had two, I think Marwa had one visitor, but we presented, we got good feedback. Yesterday they shared the winner posters for the awards. We have not won anything, but it's an experience. So I just want to prepare other fellows for the next presentation. So your expectation not to be very high, because not similar to when you do it in person. In person, in my understanding that during lunchtime, everybody's out of the hall, and then they will stop by you more than one person to present. But we got good feedback about our posters, how they laid out, and how they clear, and then the term of the subject. So all of them are good, but the winners were the most, one from each category. So there were 5 winner posters. I'm going to share with you those links through email and through the WhatsApp app, and then we can go through them maybe during the upcoming meetings and find out what make them stand out. So this is my update from the presentation. I think Marwa is not on today, but next week we'll hear from her as we used to. But it was a good experience, and I'm glad, Dr. Nadi, that you made our names be known for the scientific work. So thank you.
You did the work, so you deserve it, every one of you. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank you, Lubaba, for this, for sharing with us this information and exciting news. Khalid Usman, I think you have a question. Please, welcome to.
Yes, thank you, Khalid and all. Thank you also, Mulham, for your presentation and your efforts, and Lubaba for sharing your experience. I think that will be really needed in the remaining time. Well, my question is to all of you, if anyone has an experience with preparing a video presentation. If 2 people can work on the presentation, is there a way to merge the 2 videos if it's not recorded at the same time or not? And also to add on that, the false abstract now, we are a group of 3. I think, as Dr. Nader said in previous meetings, 4 can work in a team. So I just also wanted to announce that if anyone have not participated in an abstract and wants to participate, it can participate in the false abstract.
Thank you, Khalid. Please, anyone have any answer or want to comment about Khalid's questions and suggestions, feel free to answer him.
Ali, go ahead.
Yeah. I have asked my brother for this, his kind of experience in that, and he said that it's easy to make these videos. So I think, yeah, it could be done easily. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I agree with Ali. There is some software there. When you record the video, let's say Ali recorded part 1 of the video, and then Khalid, you did part 2 on your own video, then you send them together. For example, to me, what I will do, I will use a certain software. It's like uploading the file attachment in your email. So you upload file 1 and then file 2, and you can adjust what part you want, if you want to cut and then paste the 2 videos so that it can be merged as one. The question I have, there is a different way. I think MSU students, they did it where they have one student using, it's like the 3 students using Zoom, let's say. One student will use the slide. Actually, the slide was one slide, so they don't have to move the slide. So it's only one slide. So, and the 3 will be the same like what we are doing now, with cameras off. So it's only voice, and the screen shared is a slide. So person number 1 will talk about the first part, then person number 2 at the same time. After the person number 1 finish, they start, and then when they finish, the 3rd person will do that. So that might be an option if you cannot make it at the same time. I think it's best to make it at the same time and record it, so that if, for instance, you miss something, you want to re-record, you can do that right away. The other person can wait, or if they want to help you or comment on something, they can just, you can go back and forth to make the whole video. It may take some time, but it will be done in one spot, one point, and you'll be satisfied. If you want to do it the other way around, you do your own, record it, and then the other person record their own, and then you submit it to someone who will merge them. And by the time you get it back, then you will say, oh, I think I need to add this, or you get a feedback from the other person. Or if you want to give the other person feedback, it will be like, oh, I think it might be time consuming that way, but it can be done.
Thank you, Dr. Nader, and thank you, Ali. And also, I have a friend who's a filmmaker, and I think I will ask him. Probably it might be very easy for him just to merge them or edit them together. I will ask him if he can do that for us. So Khalid, after that, I will contact you to send me the files if he have a time and if he can help us with this part. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. It's great to hear that it's pretty much doable. Yes, I will do that. I can send you later the videos soon, and you can find a way to merge them. So thank you all.
Thank you. Ali, I think you have a question. Go ahead.
Yes. Actually, I think there are many ways to do that. When I presented my GRS slide, I did a screen recording. I did video recording for Zoom meeting. So I think it's possible also to do Zoom meeting and record it, and more than one person can present at the same time. But actually, my question is to Lubaba, because Marwa is not here. Did you find it difficult to present the slide in 3 minutes? I know the slides will be presented in 5 minutes, but can you share your experience? How much time did you take for presenting yourself and the introduction and so on? Because I think when we switch from one presenter to another, there will be some time missed as for the second presenter who will present himself or herself and so on. So if you can share your experience, Lubaba. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali, for the question. Yeah, true. It is really challenging to meet the exact 3 minutes. I'm glad that it's 5 minutes for the ADS. I think that would give you more room to present yourself and talk about mentorship and your colleague who is presenting with you. I noticed I did not have the experience of 2 presenters, but I suggest that what MSc students done before, the first speaker will present both. himself, the mentorship for the mentor for the project, and whose colleague is joining him for the presentation. I think that will save you more time. In addition to try your best to summarize just like the important points, I had to cut a lot from the introduction and try to just tailor the introduction to our objective right away, like talking briefly about what we have in the literature. This is during the live presentation when someone asked me to present. Just cut it short, so because they do have questions, and I noticed the questions are more toward the data. How do you collect the data, and how did you how did you analyze the data? So it's good to bring up the statistics support that we got from MSU as well. So I tried my best to limit only the big points, what we found, what is our drive behind this project or this poster, as well as the results, the main point of the results, and just leave the rest of the time for them to ask questions. I think this is my advice. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, Baba. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lubaba, and thank you, Ali. Anyone has any suggestions or any questions about all these topics? Mulham, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say that we used to be involved in the project of AI to certify the risk factors in all the patients with COVID-19, but there was a bit change because of the names. We noticed that there's a name not included, so one of the authors or the co-authors or the presenters is not going to present in this project. So right now the presenters are 3, and we would really are interested in having one more. Please, if there is somebody interested in the project, please let me know anytime, so that we can include. And also one thing I'll say that this project, its name is Artificial Intelligence to Stratify Risk Factors in all the patients with COVID-19. So being involved as an author is big, but being as a presenter is much big. So I know that I'm promoting it right now. Definitely I'm promoting it. So if somebody's interested to present it and be included in the 4 presenters, right now we are, Dr. Khalid Adam here is included, and also Dr. Tamader. So we are 2, and I'm the 3rd, and we need 4 to complete it. Yeah, Ra was the 4th, but unfortunately her name, we noticed that at the end it wasn't included as an author. So, but she is involved in other projects, and the goal is to have the experience of the process. And it's clear that right now, based on what Lubaba mentioned, definitely there is an experience that she learned, and she shared with that the point with us. So thank you, Lubaba, for mentioning that. And we definitely we're going to learn from the experience, and that's the goal of Dr. Nader here. And really, thank you, Dr. Nader, for providing us such an opportunity. And if we have at least one involvement, that's a big experience, because definitely going to impact us and our future. So anyone who's interested in this project, please let me know. And yeah, we can, because I'm planning by tomorrow, or at least today, to send to Dr. Nader the names again, the last one involved, so that by tomorrow we can subdivide the tasks and we can start onwards. And yeah, good luck again, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mulham, for this great points. Please, anyone interested, you can contact Mulham or I to add you to our project for the presentations. Thank you.
If I may add something, so far, I think we started with 16 fellows, but 2 are not very active for some reasons. The 14 fellows that are here now, I think we have 9 fellows. So out of these 9, who are taking the lead for the projects, the 4 abstracts? Anyone? I just want to see from all these 9, anyone is not involved in one or more? So Mulham, Khalid, you are on one abstract AI and risk factor, right?
Yeah.
And who the third? Tamador? Who?
Yeah, Tamador was us, yeah.
Okay, so you are 3 in this abstract. I know Sumi, Omnia in the risk cardiovascular. Lubaba and Marwa, they already did them. Ali, you are doing the false, right?
The case report.
The case report, okay. Who's with you in that team?
Well, actually, I don't know up to now. Marwa is still did not finalize the list, I think.
But I think there are 3 of you, Marwa, and someone else, or no?
Yes. I see that in the case report, presenters Ali and Roa, and also I see the name of Lubaba and Marwa in the case report.
Okay, maybe Ali and Marwa, maybe, okay. And then, so we have Tamador, Azza, Rayan, Khalid, Osman. These are Are you involved in any of the other abstracts? The rest of the 4?
Yes, I'm involved in the false abstract with Khalid.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention in the. I would say Khalid and Azza in
And
the
Dalia.
fall, and then Dalia. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. So I think Rayan, are you involved in any? I see iPhone is at Sumi.
Yeah, I think my project, me and Omnia is the presenters, but for question and answer session, Rua and what's his name? Al Safi, his name?
While.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if anyone, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I'm not a presenter in any of the coming abstract.
Not presenter. Not. I don't mean presenting the whole video, but the whole process, like involved in any part, like
I'm involved with the one that's already with Lubaba ones. But yeah, not on the coming false one.
Okay. Would you like to participate, or you are busy, or for other reason you're not interested? Because your name is there, so it's just the experience. If you can talk to any one of the 4 abstract teams, if you are interested in one part, you can participate in one part. If you feel that's not something that you are interested in, that's I don't want to put pressure, but at the same time, I want to offer the opportunity for everyone to get that chance. That's the idea. It's as Mulham said, it's an experience. You can learn something from that. If you have time, if you have the energy and enthusiasm about going on. If for any reason anyone wants to stay and to further step, you did your part so far, so no pressure. I'm not sure some other people are not here also, so I don't want to talk about their role or involvement, but they can also reach out to the abstract team, each one. Go ahead if you want to add something, Rayan.
Oh, I just would like to say thank you. And I will reach out to one of the project leader if I decide to go with one of them. And sorry for the noise in the background.
That's fine. Thank you so much. Khalid, it's back to you.
Thank you, Rayan, and thank you all. I think, again, I'm going to to add the name of the project leaders and to make sure that every project have full team members that able to participate for all of us to have the experience and to learn from it. Thank you. And by tomorrow, hopefully we have all this clear, and then as Mulham mentioned, to subdivide the task and to everyone to work on his part. Thank you.
And again, I just want to highlight the point. The teams are there for all the abstracts. So if no changes is required, let's say my name is X, I don't want to participate in any of that. So you don't want to involve me, that's well and good. That's my option. Because I have my own reasons not to go ahead with that. If I'm interested, I will be reaching to one of you guys, the abstract team or leaders. That's number one. Number two, if for some reason this area changed, let's say I want to focus on the SOAP or abstract on the application, and I don't have time to participate in this time. The other option is after the fellowship, after the match day, hopefully by next week, everyone will know. Hopefully all of you get matched. And then from there, we can talk about next projects if we want to participate more. If you think you have time and you have the energy to work again in some other projects, because we have still some other meetings that we can present to. There are always some opportunities for research projects and presentation and participation in conferences and meetings. So what I'm saying is this is not it. If you think you are busy or you have reasons not to join the teams, I think so far they can do the job as far as preparing the slides, doing the recording, the videos, uploading, and then presenting or do the question answer. My thinking is it's an opportunity. If for some reason we don't want you to miss, if there is a reason that you want to miss, this is your own decision, but we have more opportunities, inshallah, in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nader. Anyone has any suggestion or any comment about these projects?
I have a question. Sorry, thank you so much, Mr. Nader. Yes, there is a lot of opportunities for us to involve. I'm interested about your idea behind making a research about the telegeriatric research that we're doing now. Like the main point, I'm willing to be involved, but I want to give the leadership for one of our fellow colleagues who are interested to join that project too. The second question is uploading the new research to ResearchGate. I got a message about, I think, only the case report. I'm not sure if the other projects were being added to ResearchGate or not. So we're trying just to polish ourselves for the upcoming week for the topic. We need to go through that. So thank you if you can make some shed light on that.
So for the first part, thank you so much for the two questions. For the first part, yes, we can plan on working on the fellowship as a project to present in some of the coming. We have two options, either to present it as a poster in one of the coming conferences to spread the idea. And the other option is to write it as a paper and publish it as a paper so that you can get a more audience in that sense. So we can do two projects out of it. The easiest one is to target the abstracts the same way we did the previous abstracts. The other way around, the paper, it's kind of not challenging, but you need to, from the start, to look at what target, what kind of audience and journal you want to publish at, and then from the start you build your own paper according to the target. So it will be easier that way. And we can work on both at the same time if we have enough manpower. So let's say someone is interested in doing the project, we can start with the abstract first. If we have more than one interest in leading the project, maybe one can be in the abstract part and the other for the paper part as a project. And then we can build the teams from there. So that's about the fellowship paper or abstract kind of project. That's a good thing. And the second part, is that clear for everyone, or you have a question?
Yes, clear. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And the second part, I think maybe if we can share the screen, and hopefully we can go over that. So I think I can show you. So the research gate is similar to the, hopefully I can log in. Yeah, link it, or yeah, or Facebook. It's just sharing your ideas and your projects or scholarship activities. What you can do is in your profile, I think, if I somewhere, yeah, view profile, I think, where you can add your research. So if you don't have an account with ResearchGate, maybe you can create an account. I think it's a free. And then you want to add all your projects or abstracts, papers here. So you can add new research work. Sometimes you might be invited to add yours, because if I added one of the abstracts with your names, guys, like the first one, so Lubaba, your name is there, Khalid, Tamadur, and maybe more people here. So this is already in the system. So if you add it, or maybe you can get an email when you log in saying that, did you author this abstract or this paper? You click yes, and then it will be added to your list of research items. I think I added, yeah, did I add all?
So currently in ResearchGate, only the two projects that we already present, right?
So we added the COVID and the depression, that's what, and then the abstract can control the case for Marwa, and then yeah, the only two. So this is AMDA paper abstract. So the other four projects of abstract sent to AGS, I did not add them. So if you want to add any of the ones that you are involved, you can do that. Any questions?
Okay,
So
that's clear. Thank you so much.
the benefit of that is that when you add something, it's like the Facebook, it will be shared to other people. And if, let's say I added the paper we work on, we publish a paper, and someone cited that paper. So it will be published again to people that this paper that I wrote is cited. So now it's kind of increasing your publicity, or people will know about your projects more and more if they are interested in certain area that you are working on.
Thank you, Lubaba, and thank you, Dr. Nader. Anyone else want to comment about something?
Hello.
Yes, Sumi?
Yeah, Dr. Nadir, I think I add the COVID and cardio that not abstract the project in the research gate, but I think I did not add the abstract. I'm wondering how to. I think I'll figure it out, the abstract, and I will include that today to the research gate profile. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. And each one, they can do that, the project leader or any one of the team member, they can do that. It's not limited. Like if you have time, go there, create an account, add whatever you think is you participated in, and then it will be listed. Thank you.
Just a follow-up question to that part. Thank you so much, Dr. Nadir, for being patient with us. So just like if I uploaded a project, I have to send invitation for other authors to get involved, or the other author can come and upload again, or how they can link themselves to the same project. I think that was my question too.
I forgot how did I do it, but I think when you upload let's say I started with a project that you did, depression and COVID. I will put the title, then they will ask if I have a PDF file. I will upload the PDF file if that's available, and then they will ask about the authors. So my name will be there, and then I will add, let's say, Lubaba. I think they may ask about your email. So if I put your name, I will put your email, and then the next person, the name and the email. And this list will be the authors and their contact information. If you are, let's say, you have an account active with ResearchGate, then it will pop up this name according to the name that you have if your email is the same email. Then when I select yes, you will be already notified, and it will be listed in your list of project or abstract or some items, research item. And then you can confirm that. It will ask you, did you participate in this project? You will say yes, it will be listed in your items. If, for instance, it's just the name similar to your name, and you are not working on that, then you will say no. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Baba? Yeah. So Lubaba, when you add your project, let's say our COVID project. So I already have an account in ResearchGate and profile. So what happened when you include any of the other projects? So it will search your by your first name, last name, because I think every society, when you submit our abstract or any manuscript, they have their own way or criteria. Let's say like somewhere my name is like they S, and somewhere my name is like S they. So, but I'm the same author, right, for different papers. So it will find, if I have an existing account in ResearchGate, it will find the authors anyways. So when you include your project and include your co-authors, then it will find out your co-authors as well. And then it will pop up a message that, do you want to invite your co-authors? And do you agree this is the co-author for your project? Then you can invite your other fellows. I think I invite like Omnia, and I invite another, I think Rua or somebody who does not have an account, but it will automatically it will find out an email for them, and a automated email will be sent to them, and it will say that your co-author is inviting you to open an account. So you can do either way, and it will also ask you, let's say like I included that my COVID project, and it is automatically popping me that message that Dr. Nadir is involved in these things, because Dr. Nadir has already account in ResearchGate. So it is asking me that, do you want to include this co-author? and then I just include him as a project leader or some, I think mentor, something like that. So whoever under his mentor, it will automatically pop in that your co-authors, and you can include them or you can invite them. And after that, when you are included, let's say in a 4 abstracts or something you have, or 4 papers, then it will send you an automated email, and that will notify you that are you the co-author for this abstract or for this manuscript, from like, even in 4 months or something, if you included or they find any other abstract by your name, it will you will get an email that do you think that you are the co-author for this this abstract or this manuscript? Then if you say yes, and you will be included, and it will give you the impact factor, and there is some point for each factor it will be adding, and you will get that number. And also it will be helpful for the like institution we are affiliated. Let's say I'm affiliated with MSU and UFM, so it will be good for them, and good for also there are some authors like if they read and review your journals, so some of them may ask the, let's say you just upload the abstract for PDF, but you did not they don't have the access for the full journal, so they might ask you, can you please provide me the full journal upload? And if you upload and answer that, also you will give some extra point, and everything will be, all of your response will be included for your total point, which is helpful for you as well as your institution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the explanation. I think
Thank you
yes,
so much.
I'm encouraging all of the leaders. Sorry, encourage all of the leaders to upload like the project maybe within today or tomorrow, so we can just, as I said, polish ourselves for next week. Thank you.
Agree. I think it's a good idea.
Thank you so much for the explanation. And Khalid Usman, please welcome to ask or comment.
Yes, thank you, Sumi, for this clarification. I think creating a profile in ResearchGate requires an institutional email. I don't have an institutional email. You just mentioned that you can send an invitation. Does that um, make it possible to create a profile if I don't have an institutional email or not?
Yes, I can send you as a co-author for your Gmail or whatever I have. I have your Gmail. I will send you today the invitation, and you can open an account.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it requires an institutional email because I have created an account with my personal email. Khalid. So try again, maybe with your email.
Thank you, Ali.
Okay, that is great. I didn't know that. We'll try to create a profile later.
Anyone else has any suggestions or any comment or questions for today's meeting? If there's no any, welcome on him.
Yeah, there is only one point I want to add about what we can add in based on the personal statement. I just recall that in the last couple of years, there is some strategy that many would do in the personal statement. So all the new updates, instead of placing it somewhere at the end, you can say the first paragraph, you would mention it in a way that the new updates, you would mention the updates, what you did, the abstracts, and if you present it or you're an author, you can mention and everything you did. For example, if you did some clinical work, mention it. If you have some other parts volunteering, you can mention that. So in the first paragraph, you can mention everything, and it will be a smart move, because if they open the personal statement, they're trying to see what is there. You mentioned the new updates as the first paragraph. So that's something I have seen that some have done in the last years. Just a suggestion. If you feel that you want to do it, you can do that as well. And good luck.
Thank you, Manam. if no one has any comment or any questions or any suggestions, I think we are done with our today's agenda. And thank you everyone for your participation, comment, questions, and for attending this meeting. Dr. Nader.
Thank you, Khalid. Before we finish the meeting, can we just talk about next meeting? If there is any suggestion or something like that. And
Yes.
with that, I put a list. I hope I'm not pushing you to the thing, but I put a list for the coming Zoom meeting for you guys. So Khalid, you did today. So Lubaba, I put your name for next week, and then the rest of you for the coming weeks. If you think you cannot make it, let's say Lubaba, next week you have personal reasons or work or something, then maybe you can switch with Marwa, or you ask Weil to switch with you, so that we have at least a list of fellows in line ready for the coming meetings, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Khalid Usman. Thank you, Dr. Nader. Yeah, I think this is great. And also, one of our agendas for next week, I hope to continue our critical appraisal. And I will post in the WhatsApp group if two people are interested, want to share the article and the other person to read the question, like as we did, me and Khalid Usman and I last week. Thank you. Khalid, I think you have a question. Khalid Usman.
Yes, it's actually the same thing you've just mentioned. I wanted to suggest that we continue doing the critical appraisal. I can be on next week if anyone. I think Ali has already told us that he's interested for the next week's meeting.
Yes. I'm interested, and I would be happy to share it with you.
Okay, maybe I can go over the questions also, or we will choose a paper and send it to you in the WhatsApp group.
Thank you, Khalid and Ali. Also, maybe one of our agendas for next meeting to know exactly where we at, or the update about the 4 abstracts. Thank you. If anyone want to add any points or any to our agendas for next meeting, welcome to share your opinion.
I think we can also, through the week, we can think about what thing that we need to discuss next meeting and just add it to our group and update it to the app as well as for the agenda. Since we are not all in today, so hopefully we will have like a half an hour or 15 minutes celebrating those who matched. So I hope all of us will match. Yeah.
Party time next week.
Exactly.
I hope so.
I'm not gonna say bring your champagne, but bring your drink.
Thank you everyone for participating and for the great presentation. Mulham, Lubaba, Sumi, Ali, and everyone participated in this meeting. And I think we come to the point that to conclude our agendas for today or our meeting. and hopefully to meet next week. And all of us, those apply this year, might sure have good news, and good luck to everyone.
Good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Good
Good
luck
luck.
to everyone, and thank you. Goodbye.
Good luck. Bye.
Thank you and good luck.